No, Dre, I almost didn't accept this invitation tonight. My schedule is incredibly tight, and I usually have a long waiting list of men trying to secure an evening with me. But I looked at your profile, saw that your logistics business is doing reasonably well, and decided to see if you could actually hold my interest.
I appreciate you taking the time to come out tonight, Giselle. The menu here is excellent. Whenever you're ready, we can order.
Oh, I don't care about the food, Dre. I care about what you're bringing to the table. Let's be entirely real here. I am a highly visible, highly attractive woman with a massive online presence and a luxury lifestyle. Men are constantly offering to pay my rent, buy me designer bags, and fund my travels just for a chance to be in my presence. I am used to being treated like the prize. So, before we even order, I need to know, what makes you think you can handle a woman of my caliber? What are you going to do to stand out from the rest?
I don't look at dating as a competition to see who can buy your attention, Giselle. I am here to have a pleasant dinner, share a conversation, and see if our personalities, values, and mindsets actually align.
Align? Dre, you're missing the dynamic here. A woman like me doesn't align with a man on the first date. A man qualifies himself to me, I am the asset. My presence alone elevates your social status. If you are sitting across from me, you are already starting at a deficit, and your job tonight is to prove that you have the resources, the generosity, and the drive to maintain my lifestyle. I need a provider who understands that my beauty is an expensive investment. You are entirely too quiet, Dre. Most men I go out with are nervous. They are actively trying to impress me, telling me about their cars, their penthouses, and asking me what my favorite luxury brands are so they can surprise me tomorrow. You're just sitting there eating your salad like this is a casual lunch with a coworker. It's actually a bit disrespectful. Do you not realize who you are sitting across from?
I know exactly who I am sitting across from, Giselle. I am sitting across from a person I just met tonight. Your beauty is obvious, but beauty is not a substitute for character, respect, or mutual effort. You have spent the last 20 minutes explaining what men buy for you, but you haven't mentioned a single quality you bring to a relationship besides your appearance.
I don't need to bring anything else, Dre. My appearance is the contribution. Do you have any idea how much work, time, and money goes into looking like this? The hair, the wardrobe, the skin, the maintenance. A high-value man understands that a top-tier woman is an ornament to his success. I am the reward for your hard work. You pay the bills, you provide the luxury. And in return, you get the prestige of having me on your arm. That is the agreement.
That sounds like a commercial transaction, not a relationship. You are asking for a lifetime of financial provision and protection, but you are offering a temporary visual aesthetic in return. If a relationship is based entirely on your looks, then the moment a younger or more attractive woman walks into the room, your entire value structure collapses. I don't invest my time or my resources in bad math.
How dare you talk to me about math? You are incredibly arrogant, Dre. You sit there in your plain sweater trying to act like you're some unshakable philosopher, but you're just cheap. You're just a fragile, insecure man who is intimidated by a woman who knows her worth. You brought me to this expensive restaurant just to insult my lifestyle? Because you know you can't afford to keep a woman like me happy?
I can afford this restaurant, Giselle, and I can afford the lifestyle. What I cannot afford is to waste my time. I do not experience intimidation. I experience clarity.
I don't care about your clarity. You are supposed to be a gentleman. A real man would swallow his pride, apologize to me right now for being difficult, and ask me how he can make it up to me. I am the prize here. Thousands of men would literally beg to be in your position right now, and you're sitting there treating me like an average girl from the street. You either change your attitude completely, order the most expensive dessert on this menu, and promise to take me shopping this weekend, or this date is over and I will make sure my entire network knows how toxic you are. Choose right now.
Please split this check exactly down the middle. Put my half on this card, and the other half will be handled by the lady.
What? Are you insane?
It's only fair.
This is outrageous. You are making me pay for my half of the bill on a first date? You invited me here. You are the man. You cannot be serious right now. This is the most embarrassing, pathetic thing a man has ever done to me.
The check is officially split, Giselle. My obligation to this evening is entirely fulfilled.
You are trying to punish me because I wouldn't stroke your fragile ego. What am I supposed to do with a split bill?
You told me that you are an independent asset who doesn't need to bring anything to the table because you are the prize. A prize doesn't need a handout, and an asset should have no problem funding its own choices. You wanted a relationship based entirely on transaction and entitlement, so it is only fair that we start that transaction tonight by paying for exactly what we consumed.
I will never speak to you again. You have completely ruined my night.
You won't have the opportunity to speak to me again. Have a safe ride home, Giselle.
Chloe, I am still in absolute shock. He actually made the waiter split the check down the middle. On a first date, at a restaurant he invited me to, I have never been so humiliated in my entire life. He sat there completely unbothered while I had to pull out my own card. It is truly pathetic. Giselle, let me ask you something. What exactly did you say to him before he split the bill? Knowing you, you probably started treating him like an applicant for a job he didn't even apply for. I simply told him the truth. I told him what my standard is and that men usually line up to fund my lifestyle. I am the prize, Chloe. A man is supposed to show me what he can do for me. But he just sat there in his plain black sweater, judging me, and told me my math was bad. He completely blocked my number right after. Can you believe the nerve? Giselle, wake up. You didn't give him a standard, you gave him an attitude. I told you about Dre before you went out with him. He runs a massive logistics company. He built his wealth from the ground up, and he is a genuinely grounded, high-value guy. He doesn't need to chase anyone. You went in there trying to play internet games with a real man, and you completely blew it. Whose side are you on? He treated me like I was just an average girl from the street. I'm on the side of reality, Giselle. You've been going out with desperate guys who buy your attention because they have no substance. Dre has substance. He didn't punish you, he just refused to buy into your arrogance. And now you're sitting alone in your room, blocked, while he is out living his life in peace. You lost a truly great guy because you couldn't drop the royal act for 2 hours. If I were you, I'd find a way to apologize properly before he forgets you even exist. Hello, Dre. I had to ask a mutual friend where you usually get your tea because you completely blocked my number. Look, I've been doing a lot of thinking about that night. I didn't come here to argue. I actually came to tell you that you were right. I watched my behavior back in my head, and I realized I completely misread the room. I was dealing with a lot of pressure from my brand managers that week, and I let that defensive, superficial persona take over our dinner. It wasn't fair to you. You're a real, grounded man with actual substance, and I shouldn't have treated our date like an audition. I'm genuinely sorry for how I acted. I've turned down 3 other guys this week because none of them have your spine. Can we please just wipe the slate clean and start over?
You are an exceptionally skilled actress, Giselle. Truly, this performance is much better than the one at the restaurant.
Dre, it's not a performance. I'm being completely vulnerable with you right now. It takes a lot for a woman like me to come here and admit I was wrong.
It doesn't take vulnerability, Giselle. It takes calculation. You didn't come here because you had a moral awakening about your character. You came here because your friend Chloe told you exactly who I was, what my logistics business is worth, and that you made a massive mistake by playing games with a man you couldn't control. This soft apology is just a secondary strategy to get what you want because the aggressive approach failed.
Are you seriously going to sit there and psychoanalyze me after I just lowered my guard? I just gave up my pride to sit here and tell you that you're different. Yeah, maybe Chloe and I talked about it, but that doesn't mean I'm lying. A real gentleman is supposed to have grace when a woman humbles herself.
Humility that expects a reward isn't humility, it's a transaction. You are still trying to buy my compliance, you're just using a sad face today instead of a price tag. You are angry that your beauty and your rehearsed words have absolutely zero leverage over my peace of mind.
You are an incredibly cold, heartless man, Dre. Thousands of men would literally do anything to have me apologize to them like this. I am trying to give you an opportunity to be with a top-tier woman, and you're treating me like a con artist. I shouldn't have to beg for a second chance from a man who wears a plain black sweater.
You don't have to beg, Giselle, because the opportunity does not exist. Go do the real work for your own life, and learn how to value a man's character for real before you try to use it as an accessory for your status. Take care of yourself. Modern dating expectations have been completely warped by entitlement, and partners will aggressively demand that you treat them as an unearned prize while viewing your hard work as a communal free-for-all. When a person sits across from you on a first date and demands you qualify your wealth, your success, or your lifestyle to earn their presence, they have shown you their complete lack of respect. A self-sovereign man does not audition for the right to be disrespected, and he never pays a financial premium to sit across from arrogance. I walked away from multiple toxic first impressions. You can too. Many men sacrifice their sovereignty and financial boundaries just to buy a partner's superficial validation, which is exactly why I mapped out the entire strategy of emotional defense in my guide, Stop Chasing Her. Learn how to hold up the mirror of accountability and protect your dignity before you give your time away to chaos. The blueprint is waiting for you via